everyone, it's Alchemisted, and I haven't actually recorded some Star Trek Online from PC in a long time, so it's taken me a little bit to get the settings dialed back in. A little bit of fiddling around with the audio. This is going to be basically the first run of PC recording. And so there's a new episode out called The Renegade's Regret. And I recorded the previous episode. I recorded Scylla and Charybdis on PS4, and I've got that sitting in my queue to edit. So, or have I already put that? I think, no, I've already uploaded Scylla and Charybdis. Yes. I think I have. Have I? Yes, I have. I think. Yes. Okay, so this is right after Scylla and Charybdis. So this is going to be basically the big test run. The connection has been stable, so the game is not in an unplayable state. It's not like rife with unplayable rubber band. And the audio is working. At least I think the audio's working. Give me a second. Okay. Hopefully that'll be a little bit louder. When I tested the audio, I basically parked myself next to the warp core so that I would have a nice, clear signal when the screen recorder was hearing the game, because that was a problem initially, is the screen recorder didn't seem to be hearing the game, so that's what took me a while to figure out. So, yeah, it's probably going to be very loud in my ears, but, let me turn that down. But yeah, this is going to be the dry run. It's going to be, this is what we're going to see if this works. And this is going to be a bit weird because the mission that I'm using to do this is a very technologically strange mission to do it on. Bordicus, Jeremy Randall has gone on record saying this is a very technically difficult mission to get working properly. This was this. You are not playing as you in this mission. You are playing as Captain Parr. This is basically a mission, a story told in flashbacks. So you're going to be playing as another character. You're going to be flying a different ship. And, I really need to make sure to take screenshots. In fact, let me do that right now. I'm going to take a screenshot here. I'm going to take a screenshot of my traits just to make sure, because this game has a bad habit of completely resetting your traits when you take command of anything that is not your ship or your shuttle. And I'm going to take a screenshot of my bar when we get into space. I've also played around with the aspect ratio, so we're testing this out. Hopefully this works a bit better in Vegas. And yeah. If this works... Oh, this is Ephraim Cochrane. The little statue is Ephraim Cochrane. Hey! Hey there! He's reaching to the sky, but he's doing the engage when he reaches to it. I like that. That's a nice twist. Was that always Ephraim Cochrane, or is that because it's First Contact Day? I don't know. Yeah, we're going to see how this works, and we're going to go for broke with it, with a very difficult mission for the devs to have gotten working. So, here we go. The Renegade's Regret. Captain Neth Parr, the Tzenkethi officer who delivered vital military intelligence to the Alliance prior to the assault on Bajor, has turned herself in to authorities at Deep Space Nine. Debrief the captain and determine the nature of this new information, if possible. Here we go.
Captain Neth Parr has turned herself in to authorities at Deep Space Nine. She's the Tzenkethi officer who delivered vital military intelligence to the Alliance prior to the assault on Bajor. Captain Parr is now actively seeking asylum and claims to have more tactical information for us. I'd like you to debrief the captain and determine the nature of this new information, if possible.
Okay, and for getting this, we will get root beer. Root beer? That's an automatic reward. We just get, randomly just get regular-ass root beer. I mean, I like root beer myself. I won't turn it down, but still. That's a random thing to hand out. I know what it's referring. There was a conversation. It was between Quark and Garrick. And it was a conversation between Quark and Garrick. And I think it was in The Way of the Warrior, when Deep Space Nine was preparing to fight off a ton of Klingons. And Quark and Garrick share a conversation, and eventually it turns to the topic of the Federation. Quark suddenly tells Garrick to wait a second. He says, "I want you to try something," and he pours out a glass of root beer, and he tells Garrick to try it. And when Garrick does, he's sort of recoils when he drinks it, and he's like, "It's vile." The root beer sort of becomes a metaphor because it's bubbly and cloying, and Quark says the worst part is the more you drink it, the more you start to like it. And Garrick starts nodding at him and goes, "It's insidious then." And Quark's like, "Just like the Federation." And then the conversation turns to whether or not the Federation can save them from a runaway Klingon empire seeking to conquer everyone in sight. It's a great episode. It's pretty much the point at which Deep Space Nine sort of starts fulfilling its potential. Draconian ceremonial polearm. Polearm / interesting. There's a glaive. It's like a spear or a glaive. Oh, I want to check that out. See, watch your back. Plus resistance after being shot from behind or the side, so it gives you resistance if you're being flanked. Redirected armor plating. Resistance after being shot from behind or sides. Those, okay, it's basically the same thing, but for ground and space. Okay. Root beer, though, that's random as hell. Alright. And we gotta make it primary because I'm gonna stand up in my chair. That's why. Look at all these missions I have in progress. Jeez. Most of these are probably from a long time ago when I was looking for clips for an intro. Like primary. Melting pot. Don't think I've covered melting pot. Here's replicator. Replicate myself some root beer. Could replicate some cream soda. That's how you get this. Alright. Okay. Deep ship interior. So we're in the sector block. I'm pretty sure you're going to start this from the sector block, considering it's set in the brig of the new Deep Space Nine. I just started recording, and I'm already annoyed. Thank you for that. Yeah, you're going to start it from sector space. Because this features the new remade Deep Space Nine, and I think, who was it? Was it Zeph Films who did a look at the remade Deep Space Nine? He took a demo record from inside the security office in this mission, and he sort of takes you on a tour of what you can see through the demo record, and looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate, and it's just the right level of noir. Just the right level of space noir to feel like real Deep Space Nine. The lighting on Deep Space Nine was obviously much brighter than what you could see in that demo record, but it feels right. Begin the Renegade's regret. Begin the Renegade's regret. Are you... That's not good. Okay. Rosenna. Okay, and that's interesting. So, in the books, Ro Laren becomes the head of security for Deep Space Nine. She had... You can see the new Deep Space Nine from here. That's actually quite accurate over there. That's actually almost legible from what I can see in the Zeph films. There's the Replimat right there. You see the spiral staircases that would populate the promenade. It looks much better. The turbo lift doors are no longer gigantic. Can't see Quarks from here. I'm wondering if the Klingon restaurant is also here. There was a Klingon restaurant on the promenade of Deep Space Nine, and the proprietor of it was a Klingon named Kaga. And he showed up from time to time in the show. This was basically like Odo had like a most wanted list that was on here. It's basically who these people are. These are people he's actively hunting for. No faces I can recognize. You look almost Riker-ish. Is that the same over here? No, it's not. That's a Starfleet officer. There's a few Starfleet officers in here. That looks straight up like Admiral Jarrah. What's she been up to? I wonder. We got the Cardassian L-Cars. I believe the Cardassian L-Cars, the thought behind them was design them after claws or entrails was basically the idea that they went for in the art department. But yeah, Ro Laren, who was a character on Next Generation for a while, ends up becoming the... She ends up joining the Maquis, and her life takes her on a long, strange journey, and she ends up as the security officer of Deep Space Nine in the Deep Space Nine relaunch. Eventually, the commanding officer of Deep Space Nine. So this is Rosenna. So I can only assume she is in some way related to Ro Laren, because in Bajoran the family name comes first. It's a bit like Japanese culture that way. So the family surname is Ro. So daughter, niece, sister, who knows? Looks quite good. But yeah, so far this looks pretty spot on. Let's look. I just gotta. The reflectiveness seems pretty nice. Okay, the resolution of these seems pretty good. They're not. I don't see tons of. I don't see a ton of blurring of the interface. It's hard to get a close look at this thing. Yeah, I can see a little bit of pixelation, but overall it's not bad. Could never understand what the hell these controls were. Of course, all the text is in Cardassian. You'd think by this point either Starfleet would have translated it into Common, or the Bajorans would have translated it into Bajoran text. I mean, it is, like, the station is like 40 years old. Even more than that, Jesus, like, it's only been like a Starfleet. Oop, there was a bit of pop in there, I noticed. Say, turn around. Yeah, oh. Huh? Bit of a pop-in issue. You saw that too. I didn't. I'm not going crazy. Yep. See if we can. Yeah. Yep. There it is. Okay. It's because the camera's clipping through the back one. Then okay. That's still a little weird, but what are you gonna do? That's the trade-off for not having a cavernous interior. Is sometimes cameras gotta blur and render some stuff translucent. All right, let's talk to this chick. Let's talk to Rosanna.
Welcome to Deep Space Nine. Chief Ro told me to expect you. The Tzenkethi officer is in the far room at the back. A Starfleet captain is speaking to her.
Officer. She's kind of not. She's a bit like Michelle Forbes, but a little off as well. Thanks, I'll look back there now. She kind of looks a little bit like Michelle Forbes. Obviously, like, not enough that they would have to pay likeness rights. Wait, so both doors? Yep, both doors work. So, yeah, here's the brig set. Frequently, Quark would be back here. What about the lighting? I see the lighting is, Yep, I see the shadows. That's not on the texture, that's actual, like, shadows and lighting. That's nice. It's good. Can these be interacted with? These little shell, like, they're not really beds, they're more just benches. No bathrooms either. There's no bathrooms in here. None. That's... Eek. That's rough. So yeah, it should be noted that the interior likely isn't completely done yet. It is quite nice, what I can see of it so far, though. There are quite a few episodes that took place in the interiors like this. I believe one of the first ones was Duet, that was set extensively in the brig. And it's one of my favorite episodes of the show. Definitely one of the better episodes of the early seasons. Let's confer with Captain LaForge.
Hello. Captain Parr and I worked together during the recent incident at the Dranur colony. She's gone through a lot to help the Alliance, and I want her to get a fair shake.
I know, Geordi. I was there. Understood. I was there, remember? I was at Dranur. I was on the ground. While you were... No, you were on the ground, too.
I trust you have many questions. I will answer them as best I can.
Well, let's start with why you're in the brig.
The Chief of Security thought it was a prudent measure. Technically, I am under protected custody until the Alliance decides what to do with me. I cannot fault this decision. Our military has much to answer for, myself included. There are many who might see a Tzenkethi face and decide to seek vengeance.
I trust you. Come on out. Jesus. Calm your tits, lady.
Thank you. Far too many lives have been lost in this crusade, so I'm glad the tactical data I provided helped to save some.
That's an understatement.
No longer. I renounced the title of captain after committing mutiny. Part of the price I paid to save those lives today. Let's move on. I have more information for the Alliance. I presume you are here to collect it.
That's right. I didn't take a... Oh, well. I have a video capture of myself in space. I'll just take a screenshot from that. That's right.
Are you ready to hear my story?
Proceed. Here we go. I have on-demand patching turned off. I patched all of it. Game.
It began on my first mission as captain. I remember it clearly. Captain's log, mission cycle 132. We have arrived at System 91, local designation EOC. Admiral Zenkethi prepares to conduct Dransuni cleansing operations. Our tactical reports indicate minimal threat from the locals. This should be another egg run.
Captain Parr, we are receiving an incoming transmission from Admiral Tzenkethi.
Let's not keep the Admiral waiting, Ensign. Put him on screen.
The planet Eon. Scans show it to be filled with the eggs of the hatred Dransuni. Their defenses are generally inferior. Their fleet could be dangerous in large numbers. While our ground squad prepares the weapon, we will ensure that no ship leaves this system. One ship, one egg escapes. Contagion spreads. That is not acceptable. I know this is your first mission as Captain Neth. Don't let your excitement distract you from the task at hand. Stay alert!
Of course, Admiral. We're prepared to enforce containment protocol as ordered, sir.
See to it that you do, Captain. Tzenkethi out. Eoki fleet on intercept course. Eliminate them.
Okay. All energy weapons, it looks like. That is not bad. Yeah, this baby's packing a punch.
We're not warriors!
Let's turn that down a little bit. I didn't even hit attack. I literally did not hit that. Okay. 50%.
Captain, the ground team has beamed to safety. The proto-matter bomb is ready. Since this is your first mission, I'm granting you the honor of detonating the weapon. Get into position when you're ready.
Yes, as you wish, Admiral. Far out.
Command is a difficult path to walk at times, Captain. You performed your duties well. It will reflect in my next report to the Autarch. I have seen great promise in you today. Faithful service to the Coalition is well rewarded. Don't forget that.
Thank you, sir. I will not forget today's events for a long time, if ever. That mission took a toll upon me and my crew. To eradicate the Transuli was one thing. The eradication of innocent Ioki was another. Despite my personal feelings, I remained a loyal officer. Things would change under Cronus 3.
Draconis
I
3.
on myself.
Oh, this place.
Draconis 3 is a primitive, pre-industrial backwater planet. There's a large infestation. You know what to do, Captain. And Neth, keep your guard up down there. We think the target site is a temple. If that's so, the local savages may try to stop you. Feel free to discourage them. Aggressively, if necessary.
Our firepower should discourage them, Admiral. They shouldn't pose much of a threat to the mission.
We're good to go here. The weapon's in the crate. Proto-Beta Matrix is stable and primed. The Admiral wants us to deploy the bomb in the largest concentration of Transuli eggs. Looks like that's in some type of structure ahead, not far from here. Ready to go when you are, Captain.
All right, let's move out. Keep an eye out for the locals and make sure the weapon is protected. No more lucky shots like Persson 4, okay? The Admiral roared at me for a 10 cycle over that.
Okay. I'm gonna bump that up to 70%. Like I said, this is an experiment as well to dial in the PC game because it's been a while since I've recorded it. They make earthquake sounds. Okay, so melee smash, Tetrion burst, shoulder turret, Tetrion burst. Let's see what these weapons can do. Okay, 3. Okay, it's a melee attack. The hell is... 4. What are you? Proto-matter laced ending energy blast. Okay. Dual proto-matter Tetrion burst. She's so light on her feet when she jumps. Alright. Come on, Terminators. Let's go exterminatus these heretics.
50 credits says Tashan drops the bomb. Again. Oh, I'll take that, man. Standing right here, you know.
Controlling her is so weird. No, we are not defilers. You are the heretics. This is so weird. This is... What am I doing there? Can she sprint? She can! It looks so weird! It's just as weird as everything else. Ooh. Ooh, I can examine pillar.
This pillar points down the road to that primitive structure.
This is so weird. Oh. It's cool, but it's weird. It's strange. Although I'm playing a non-humanoid alien species, so one would assume it would be strange, but still.
Large concentration of Transuli eggs ahead. Does it matter where we put it? Oh, let it get scoured. Ask the Admiral.
Get some.
Sitting over here on the train duty. Shut it. We have a job to do here. Yes, sir. Sorry, Lieutenant. Just stay disciplined. Remember what happened on Neth Parr.
Da 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 da. Sinners! Begone, heretics! They're powerful. Like, these weapons are pretty powerful. I feel like... The thing is, like, I feel like... I feel like they might as well have given her a bolter. That's what this thing feels like. It feels like a shoulder-mounted bolter. Alright, well, everything seems lined up already, so we don't have to go through that puzzle again. I can make it! I can get up! I can get up there! Come on! Come on, Parr, you can do it! You can do it! You can do it! Wait a minute. I just realized something. Oh no. She can't. Neth Parr can't dance. Admire the architecture.
Is gathering Transuli eggs? They wouldn't want these eggs to hatch. They knew what was inside them.
Okay, about to say, the proto-matter bomb specialist, did you just die? Neth Parr, I would like to petition Cryptic to add a chainsaw sword to Neth Parr. Why? My protomatter bomb specialist has glitched through the world.
Status report, Captain. Have you reached the structure yet?
Yes, sir. We found something interesting as well. Transmitting data now.
Starfleet. Interesting. Your scans indicate that image is centuries old. More Federation time travel nonsense, perhaps.
Here, here.
Proceed with your mission, Captain. We don't have time for archaeology.
I didn't know that Tzenkethi called, like, Terminator Death Squad's away teams.
Look at this picture. There's a Vulcan in it. Mammals all look the same to me. You know, they probably say the same about us, right? I don't look anything like you. I'm actually good looking.
Can I toss their bowls?
Captain, transunion signatures are most concentrated here.
No, I can't. So this is what it looked like before it was a crater. Yeah, that's kind of bad. I'm not agreeing with the Tzenkethi exterminating planets, but this is, knowing what I know, this is pretty bad news.
This looks like a prime detonation site, Captain. We'll get the weapon placed and ready to go. This won't take long. Who's on Overwatch while we deploy the bomb?
Wait, is the Vulcan still alive? Because no, couldn't be. It couldn't be. They were ended up in like the K-13 ended up in like 15th century Earth time, so that Vulcan would have been long dead even now. And I don't recall from the dev vlogs that Vulcan ever, like, that she never had a child. At least they didn't mention it. So I doubt that we're going to be seeing anyone representing the K-13 survivors. So if they're not going to show up, what is about to happen that's going to change her thinking regarding this?
That'll be me. Get the weapon ready. I'll make sure you aren't interrupted.
Exterminatus, the heretics, the heretics, the heretics. Oh.
Hey, we're still in here! Captain!
So that's how it closed.
Bomb placement complete. Running for detonation. Now.
No, you fool! They couldn't have been in there before because there was no trace of Tzenkethi tech. Their tech would have stuck around even if they were dead.
Bomb squad reporting. Need to stabilize the photo matrix here.
Yeah. This is going about as well as you'd expect it to go for these guys. Still. Yeah. Still a good old-fashioned Zerg rush.
The bomb's ready. We're stuck in here. Transporters can't lock on.
Alright. Oh my god. These guys are actually going... Examine exterior murals. Oh, I should have examined the exterior mirrors. Oh no, that's that stuff. Oh, that's not these. Okay.
We're reading a large number of life signs massing near your location, Captain. A large assault is imminent. Is the weapon ready to deploy?
In moments, sir. But my men are still trapped in the structure. Transporters can't lock onto their signals.
Unfortunate. We don't have time to extract them. We've received a priority assignment. The Autarch himself. We must depart at once. Prepare for transport.
Okay.
Sir, give us a little more time. Beam an engineering team down. We can break into the structure with explosives.
You have your orders, Captain. Your men are acceptable losses. As are you. Would you like to join them?
No, sir. I would not.
I didn't know Tzenkethi used Starfleet to shoot transporters. They don't. I'm just nitpicking. But still.
I left those men to die. And for what? So the Admiral could reach his next genocide on time. It was madness.
So there were no evacuation plans? No rescue efforts?
None. The Autarch's orders were quite clear on those matters. And the Admiral was all too willing to execute those orders. When we reached the Atosi system, it had become clear. Our crusade was not a just one.
Atosi Prime. Long-distance scans suggested the presence of Draxuli infestation. We'll need to be certain. Standard operating procedure, Captain. Begin by conducting a scan of the planet.
Yes, sir. Let's hope this was a false alarm.
I like this ship. It's got a bit of a...
Counselor Halatunum. I speak for the Atosi people. We know of you, Tzenkethi, and your purpose here. If you scan our planet, you'll discover that it is free of the bioform objects you seek to destroy. A scan of our moon will reveal the presence of those objects in totality. When we heard the fate of other worlds like ours, we collected the objects and placed them there for you. Scour the moon as you will. It is devoid of life. Atosi Prime, however, is not. Over 4 billion souls dwell here. In their name, I ask you now, spare our world. Spare our lives.
Captain, confirm the Council's story. Scan both planet and moon. Verify the location of the Draxuli eggs. We've been lied to before, and at great cost. I won't be deceived here today.
It's got a bit of flying saucer to it, and the flying saucer is classy. It's a nice, classy design. In fact, I believe this is this might be a holdover from the Perpetual days. I was looking through the concept art for Star Trek Online, and I saw a lot of the what would become the Tzenkethi designs, or things very reminiscent of Tzenkethi ships. in that concept art.
No signs of infestation, Captain. Shall we scan the moon next?
Yes. Helm, set a course for the Atosi moon.
Captain, I'm reading a large concentration of Dransuli eggs on the Atosi moon.
Very well. Prepare the torpedo launcher.
Let's get some distance before we blow up this moon.
As you can see, we have been truthful.
Captain, return to the planet and conduct a deep scan. I want to be absolutely certain there is no remaining infestation within this system.
As you wish, Admiral.
Is he gonna... Are they gonna find one egg and he's gonna freak out? Is that what's gonna go... What's about to go down? There's one egg on the planet. Wipe them all out. Is that what's gonna happen? Because, even the Imperium, like, considers the Exterminatus a last resort. Like, you don't exterminate a planet for one fucking Tyranid.
Report, Captain. I'm picking up low-level signs of infestation across the planet. Are you as well?
Negative, Admiral. I believe the Atosi were being truthful here. There's no sign of Dransuli infestation on our sensors.
It could be residual traces left behind when they move the eggs. Or it could be shielded pockets of infestation. Another crude attempt to deceive us. We must be certain, Captain. Prepare to scour Atosi Prime.
Sir, with all due respect, Atosi Prime is not a threat to us. There's no need for this.
There is every need, Captain. Since you appear to be incapable of following my orders, I will deal with Atosi Prime myself. Tactical, prepare to fire a protomatter torpedo at Atosi Prime.
Admiral, no. Don't do this, sir.
No, we're not a threat. We're not...
It is done. In light of your service to the Artag and the Coalition, I will not have you shot for treason. If it were anyone else, be warned. The next time you see fit to walk the path of disobedience, I will not stay my hand. I'll see to it that your entire lineage is purged from existence to the last scale and egg. Do I make myself clear, Captain?
Yes, you do, sir. Helm, get us out of here.
Damn. So this guy does scour a planet for one Tyranid. That's... Yeah, even the Imperium of Man at that point is going, you're... Well, the Imperium of Man would hate her for being an alien in the first place. But even at that point, the Imperium of Man would pretty much be like, yeah, okay, you're at a 10, you're at a 12, could you take it down to a 7, maybe?
Admiral Zen Tarak has a lot to answer for. We can only hope the Tzenkethi crusade has come to an end at last and that nothing like this ever happens again.
It ain't over yet.
That path, that choice, led me to where we are now. Walking it ultimately gave me the strength to stand against the Admiral and defect to the Alliance. I think we can both agree that journey has reached its end. From this point forward, I begin to walk along the path of atonement. That journey will never end for me, but I will help as many as I can with every step I take.
It's an honorable path to take.
Thank you. I hope your superiors have the same opinion as well. As long as the Autarch lives, he will continue to pursue his insane crusade. I believe I can be of use to the Alliance when the time comes to stop him, once and for all.
Okay, so is the Autarch our big bad for the second 5-year arc of this game? Is that where this is going?
I shall abide by their decision until our paths merge once more.
Until then. That's it? Wait. That's it? I was actually expecting... Where does... If that's it, why the root beer? I don't understand. Oh, I can't enter the security office anymore. Why the root beer? I don't understand. That makes no sense. Why the root beer? Why would you reference that scene? There's nothing that references that scene in the mission. I'm confused. Beam me up. Get me the hell out of here. Nothing makes sense. Finish this in my ready room. Space is full of annoying noises. Pass through Pran's head while beaming in. Okay. Let's just sit. What am I doing? There we go. I'm still getting used to a mouse and keyboard. I've been playing the console version for the past year or so. Yeah. It's a bit of an adjustment to make. Alright, let's see what Quinn has to say.
It sounds like Captain Parr has had some harrowing experiences out there. It's clear that the Autarch is dedicated to wiping out every last threat to the Tzenkethi, by any means necessary. Disturbing. Alliance officials will be reviewing the Captain's request for asylum soon. The help she's given us, and your report, will go a long way toward the approval of that request.
Okay, so emitter refocuser. A science console that gives you Tetrion damage. Interesting. If I use Tetrion weapons, that would actually not be bad. And a Tetrion tactical console. So, yeah, if you're into using Tetrion weapons, that's not bad. That's the ceremonial polearm, though. Is what I'm interested in. I want to see what this looks like. This spear, because it looks like a spear of a sort. Although I do have my like Mark 14 nanopulse, kind of blows it out of the water. Yeah. Unfortunately for me, this is vendor trash, because I am a Starfleet officer who stands at his chair and then, like, unnecessarily rolls backwards out of it, and thus, I have no need of Tetrion weapons. Let's go ahead and, let's get the tech upgrade. Let's drink some root beer. Yeah, hang on there, Horta. Okay, I need you to not drink my root beer. Tribble. Okay? I need you to not drink my root beer. I would like to drink my root beer. It's still the soda can. It's still the soda can. I think the soda can's got to be from Champions. Like, come on, let's get some like appropriate like stuff, like appropriate like cups and stuff. Like, I know you've got the flagon. I know the flagon's in the game. But you get that cup for you get that like can for everything. That's Renegade's regret. Where am I at on specs, actually? I'm not doing... It's not bad. Could be better. That's Renegade's regret, and that is the, basically the test run of recording from PC again, for this game, in particular, after so long. So, I'm gonna pet my Tribble. My Shield will tomorrow Tribble. And, I'm going to bid y'all adieu for now, while I go check how this looks and render it off. See you guys later.